Hey guys, we're back with part 2 of What Remains of Edith Finch. Now, I'm continuing right where I left off, so there might be dialogue right now, or there might not be. So, let's get going. I do not remember where I was. I think I had just completed this one here of Barbara's. So, if you're wondering why these videos...
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah. Yeah.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Huh.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
So anyways, I'm happy to hopefully have my fucking webcam back. Because in my last video, it was completely
A lot of things
gone
got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
for some reason.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Poor kid. Anyways, we wind it far enough to the right to where this key comes out of here. If you haven't watched the first part, you need to do that. It's on my channel right before this, and I think it's a lot easier for you, for your viewing experience. So yeah, we're going to find something in this basement. Damn, she's short.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
It's funny.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Yeah.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far
is
away as
Walter
he
down
could.
here? Yeah, he is. Imagine being...
If there's a pattern in all these
living in a
stories,
fucking cave pretty much your whole life.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
No, you haven't.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Shit.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Yeah.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Oh shit, that's a cool effect.
And then one day,
Slurp noise.
everything just stopped.
Oh, hey, this is my birthday year. Cool.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
I don't blame him. I hate that fucking slurp noise so much.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
I'm gonna see if I could go outside with my family like a regular human. And not just go down the fucking gremlin cave, but alright.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara
Sad.
and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there,
Oh, no.
I want you to know I'm ready for it.
No, you're not ready for a train, buddy. Oh, God.
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day.
Oh,
I can
God.
already imagine the sun on my face.
Yeah. Shit. Forgot how sad this game gets.
Walter died when I was 6.
Jesus.
I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
That's... Damn.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
She might not have known. Because they said Edie was the only one who knew, if I remember correctly.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
I don't blame her. Why would you want your
But
kid
if she
to end
never
up
told me about an uncle under the house,
tomato ketchup?
I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Yeah, this is kind of weird.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Yeah. Shit.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2,
She pregnant? Or, yeah.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else.
Okay.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Oh, shit. That ain't good.
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
The man got killed by a train, and they put a model train on his memorial. That's fucked up. Poor guy.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Yep.
But I thought you should know about your family.
Ooh, she is pregnant, isn't she? After she has a
And the
kid.
history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I wonder how they coded that in, like the thing with the text. Because that just seems difficult to
I
code.
think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Yeah.
And when you look at the house,
Mm-hmm.
had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Crap.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah, that is really creepy. And just weird, honestly.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but
What?
the pet cemetery made me more
Aw.
uncomfortable than the human one.
True.
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Aw. Sad.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Ooh.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea.
Yeah.
My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
How the fuck did they have all that kind of money?
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
That is just an entire fucking house, isn't it? Now that I think about it, it's no wonder these people are dying like fucking flies. It's because they're fucking idiots. Like, who the hell?
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
Like, who the fuck?
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Okay, I'm gonna stop moving so these pop-ups don't keep talking. So, who the fuck puts a swing by a cliff and sails a house on a ship? Like, there's no wonder there's people are fucking dying.
Her dad
all
had been
the
pretty
time.
strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Poor guy.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along.
Yeah.
For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Yeah, this game is really fucked up if you think about it. Because, I mean, it's about some, unknown family superstition causing the death of children.
But looking back on it now,
Pretty much. That or just
if she
blatant
told me there was going to be
neglect.
so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Purgante question mark. I think I just hit my desk on accident. Make sure my phone's okay. Oh cool, it's actually charging. That's weird. I have it plugged in, so that makes sense, but usually it uses
I never
as
met
much
Grandpa
energy on
Sam,
the
but
webcam.
I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Yeah. I'm guessing the next flashback is going
They
to
were
be
both
Sam.
pretty intense.
Yeah. It's a funny picture of him. Why would you take a picture of your kid crying?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
What? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
Ah, fuck. They're making
It's gonna
that
rain the
shit
whole
wholesome.
weekend, isn't it? I will never
Odin
forget this
Finch.
weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay,
Odin
got it.
Finch National Park.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Is he pissing?
Hey!
That's a keeper.
That is
Definitely
pretty
should
funny.
not have drunk all that coffee. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad. Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Cool.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Oh no. I come from Alabama, so these hunting folks, it's just fucking
Dad,
sad, honestly.
Just
It's-
breathe.
I mean,
Turn
there's
off
no
your
point to it.
imagination.
We have plenty of
Focus
food,
on your target.
so they're just assholes killing animals for sport at this point.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Shit.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Here we Fucking get up.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
still-
normal, Don. Just
Okay.
focus on the camera.
That's
Try not
not-
to think about.
Dad!
This is why. If an animal is twitching after you kill it, it is not dead. Run. The only animal that's true for
Of
is
all
some
these
bugs.
stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Shit. This just keeps getting fucking darker. Oh damn. Mute MREs. Did this motherfucker, because he was enlisted in the, I think, Marines, did this motherfucker just steal a whole ass gallon of MRE? This motherfucker did ass stole like fucking 100 MREs and just took them home.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Oh, cool. Little toys from over the generations of these little kids. Secret passages are so cool, like in the house. Oh, neat. There's like. Oh, no. This is sad. 70. Alright, let's see what papers they put in the fucking baby's bed. A divorce contract? Imagine, like, your child dies and your grandma, or your mom? I don't know if it's mom or grandma, but this would be Sam, so I think it's the grandpa. Because Edie's the one who does these paintings, because it was mentioned earlier. Imagine, like, your mother doing a painting of your son that passed away as, like, a little memorial thing. And it's sweet. And, you know, she sets it up, puts it in his old baby crib, and sets it as a memorial. And she puts your fucking divorce papers in it.
Dear Kay,
I
do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh
I
when he thought he was alone?
I do not know what.
Like something
what
funny
the
was
fuck do you
happening,
say to
but
that?
only he could see it.
Oh, cool.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
This is cool. I'm hitting all of the buttons and none of them are doing anything. Oh, that did something. I think it was just a timer.
That's over,
The
Gregory.
water's off.
It's time to. Hold on, sweetie.
Oh, sad.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
Oh, cool. Ducks. Alright, there's 5 of them.
He reminded me so much of Calvin,
Oh, sad.
lost in
Calvin
his
is
imagination.
dead brother. Sorry if you hear
Whatever it
cats
was, he saw.
screaming in the background. My cat's just being a weirdo. There's no reason. Hey. Hey, got the whale.
It sure made him happy.
This is nice. Flip that bitch over.
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy.
That's funny.
But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night. about the world he saw. Hey, there's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
This is just kind of sad.
But I
Like
know
those
what
arms
happened
turned
wasn't your
neon
fault.
green, like he's Slimesicle or some shit.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too.
Also,
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
I don't blame him for getting a divorce, because if my wife let my child bathe alone and it killed him, I would probably beat the shit out of her, honestly. Yeah, that one's... shit.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Oh shit, I missed something.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Poor guy. Those totem poles are creepy. Is it a religious thing? Totem poles are like a Native American.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Sure. Maybe if the guy was right, he probably didn't need a stepmom. Wow.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Hey, do we get... Hey, my boy.
The wind
That's
picked
actually
up
fun,
and
man.
panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Let's see. Oh, good.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Holy shit. I wish that. There's no more words out there. Oh, fuck. Hey, bro, watch your jet.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Poor guy. That sucks.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
I like his hairstyle. It's really cool. What's that? Raise the flag. That's stupid. Like it's fucking Halo and it's red versus blue and shit. Who the fuck calls chore? Who the fuck calls chores duties And second of all, it's fucking hilarious that Greg's chores is just be a baby.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
That's a cool looking IBM or whatever the hell it is.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, cool. Good for him. Or her. Or both of them.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Ooh, there's the kite her brother died with. I've always wanted to get like an IBM.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
I've been thinking about actually getting one now.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
I've actually been thinking about getting an IBM soon. Just because they're really fucking cheap right now. And we're a few models of them, not all of them. And I have a lot of floppies and CD-ROMs.
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Like, I have the original Fallouts 1 and 2, and
The house had to get a little bigger,
couple
but
of others I need.
Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Wait, he got a fucking castle for his birthday? A whole ass castle. Sorry about that yawn, I'm just a little bit tired because I ain't sleep yet.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh cool, it's a flip book. Is this drawing with Jazza too? Oh fuck, it actually is. I love how there's like little inconsistencies between each frame. That's so, like, such a cool detail. Well, that was it. It was kind of anticlimactic, but okay.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
That sucks. Well, back down, I guess.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Sad.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Wait, she sealed the doors? She could just, I don't know, trash the place and just, resell it or something. Because, I mean, this...
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Poor guy. Alright, let's see what's in here. Because I remember this one was very cool. Like, oh, yo, I can already tell he's a cool guy. He got the hookah.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
Yeah.
That part of him lived on.
Yeah. Yeah, he got the he got the legalized marijuana. He got the hookah. He got the Nintendo Switch. He got the NES, deadass. Got the beer got the beer opener. They didn't even bother throwing out his bong and weed, did they? That's funny. Ooh, is that prescription pills I see? And
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself.
Did you guys notice something?
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
Same with police officers.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Huh. Oh, the big bright red carpet. Where do I go?
But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
This is why thing.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Tokyo. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
I have the music set muted. I'm sorry about that. I can't respect copyright strikes, so this section's gonna be
And
pretty
songs for them
awkward.
to play.
So this is like an entire
He talked
fucking
about starting a
volume,
band.
but it's just dead silent.
And he was always humming something.
I'm sorry, guys. This is kind of funny.
Every
but
day
it's
his
just
imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him
sad. What struck me?
that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination,
I wonder what happens if we throw a cold fish.
so he
up
could
there.
do whatever he wished.
Okay. It blocks you.
He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Cool. Good for him.
They
No,
begged
not
him
good
to
for
stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a
This
city,
is
then
cool.
immediately
This
push
is like a
on.
really cool section. Is that Yankee text?
New Louisville.
Someone like it's just a little language.
St. Louis.
Like over here,
He started drifting away from our reality.
the text on those walls, or the ground, I guess.
Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Ooh, that's
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
shit. Oh shit, I bet I hit an island.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Let's say queen. Both of them are cool.
handsome queen.
I picture fucking hey, there should probably
The
be
queen
that
was on
one
her
somewhere
own
here.
quest for
Radiant rainbows, let's make it gay.
Radiant
good way.
rainbows.
And supportive. Not ogre.
He followed the sound of her
Oh no, shit. Silver harp, let's say, because I picked electric.
silver harp.
Never did silver harp.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
I'm pretty sure that just means it's anywhere.
Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Ah, shit. Why'd you give me 3 fish?
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Good for him.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Yeah.
And then it struck him
What?
that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Cool. I love how everyone's just sort of silently, awkwardly watching us come up there.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
What the fuck? This is weird. But,
He began to forget the world we know.
that's kinda good. Well, I guess it's okay if you're in.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really blame him when he's off being a king, pretty much. Imaginary one. Probably sucked.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Realize he worked in basically hell. Oh shit.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
How bright that is, that's
The palace would be packed with his companions.
cool. It's really weird how the floor's that like fractal thing the floor is doing. Hey guys. Or the musicians that are dead silent.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Molly. Oh, that's funny. It's his cat. It's nice. Funny story about weed. My brother, he's a very big like pot smoker, and he got my fucking dog high a few weeks ago. Or
His
not a
queen
few weeks,
waited,
years.
holding his crown.
This was, oh god, probably 2010, maybe? Maybe even before that, honestly. But my fucking dog, he sent a picture to my mom. It's the funniest damn thing I've ever seen in my life. This dog is literally the like biggest asshole I've ever met. Like, he'd bark at anyone, even if he knew you. And my brother, what he did was he would like take a hit off of it, and then go at the dog. And the poor fucking dog, he sent a picture to my mom. This dog high as shit, just laying on his side on the chair with some hot dogs and food.
There was only one thing left to do.
It was funny as hell. And the dog was pretty old then, because the dog passed away in 2011 at like 19.
Bend down his head.
Oh shit! I think this guy's about to get decapitated. By the way. Anyways, back to the dog. I'm just kidding. Oh shit!
And the rest I think you know.
Damn.
Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Yeah. I'm sorry my 2 Edith Finch videos have been, like, really dry compared to my other videos. It's just that, you know, both of them have been filmed at, like, 7
My brother
a.m.
was really cool.
After, like,
I wish you
6
could have met him.
attempts. Alright, sick. What else left? Is all...
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
Yeah. I feel that, because my family is very, very fucked up.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
I feel that, like, whole just trying to be something other than your family. I feel that, because
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
No, because my family has a lot of bad people on both sides of it. So I just like to think of it like Hannah Montana, you know? Best of both worlds, that shit.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Yeah.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Ooh, crap. Well, that's neat the words hung up there.
But it had to end one way or another.
Yeah.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
This whole game has been really fucking dark and just sad. So I'm sorry if I'm, like, not very cheery. But, you know, it's just fucking sad. So, once I think we're
That whole
almost
last
done,
day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until
'cause-
supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're
Yes, you
excused.
are. You're 93. What the fuck are you gonna do? Fight? Because she was born in
the power
this.
had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
Mhm.
When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance,
Yeah.
or that Edie had a key to it.
That's a big ass library. Library seems like such a cool room to have in your house, but you'd also
Nothing
have
you're
to find
afraid of
a
isn't
load
going
of
to
fucking
end
books.
when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if
shit.
Edith and I leave tonight.
Damn, that's fucked up.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Because, I mean, Dawn is pretty much right. Oh, shit, I put it down. Fuck. But, I mean,
Dear
it's
Edith,
really fucked up.
there's
If
so
Dawn is
many
right.
stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
Surprised it didn't collapse.
They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Was it all
God, it
authors?
smelled awful. You know,
Surprised that didn't collapse. It's
I've
a
seen
cave.
that house every day of my life. But I never thought
Oh,
I'd go back
starfish.
to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Ah, shit.
I got turned around.
This is why you don't let old women go out in the middle of the fucking low tide. Because if high tide comes back soon, she fucked.
I started seeing things.
Oh, damn, that's... So that's just a whole ass deer. Okay.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Okay. I think that's just called dementia, but alright.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Edie's a good writer. Pretty much everyone in this family's been so far. I think that's just because the writing team...
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
That's cool how the
It's
words
mine.
cut off
Eat
and
it.
try and...
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
My great grandma.
The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Yeah.
We both tried to make the best of it.
It's neat. You can move your hand up and down with your mouse. That's cool.
A few years went by.
Mm-hmm.
My mom didn't like to talk about it,
Yeah. I hate how you're having to vigorously
she
shake
started
your
getting
mouse
sick
to do
a lot.
this.
the rest happened pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
Oh,
She got
Here
better
comes-
for a while,
here comes the hand.
and then she didn't.
Sad.
And then I was alone.
That shit sucks.
The last Finch left alive.
It's weird. We're in the primordial goop right now.
Until I found out about you.
Oh shit.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
Yeah.
And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Yeah.
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if you're reading this now,
Well, shit.
things didn't work out that way.
Oh, did she die? Like, in kid birth or whatever it's called.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh, shit. Damn it, she died? Bruh. That's sad. Is the game over? Or what? Okay, yeah. Game is over, so I'm just gonna mute everything. Sorry for yawning so much throughout this recording. It's just, you know, I stayed up overnight to make this because I had to remake the game. I had to play the entire game like 3 times. Yeah, anyway, so that was What Remains of Edith Finch. If you liked it, please consider liking the video and maybe subscribing to the channel and turning notifications on.